I welcome you to this short presentation for Ethicum 2020 titled The Ethical Issues of E-Infrastructures. What are they and how can they be addressed? Presented by Damien Eke, Simisola Akintoye, William Knight, George Ogo, and Ben Stahl, all from De Montfort University, Leicester, United Kingdom, and all working for the EU Human Brain Project. As the title suggests, in this paper, we provide a general overview of the ethical concerns associated with e-infrastructures and present a practical way of thinking about these ethical issues through ethics by design. This was done based on non-empirical critical reflection on literature and personal observations and experiences of the authors as members of the ethics support team of the EU Human Brain Project building a neuroscience e-infrastructure called the European Brain Research Infrastructure eBrains. According to the Directorate General for Research and Innovation of the European Commission, research infrastructures are facilities that provide resources and services for research communities to conduct research and foster innovation. In our increasingly digitized world, these facilities are becoming more electronic with ICT-based resources interconnecting computer science, and specific research disciplines. These are called e-infrastructures, combining digital technology, computational resources to support research collaborations, creating new virtual research communities that share, federate, and access scientific tools and resources. They are defined in this paper as computing facilities and electronic resources that facilitate research and innovation, which are differentiated from other research infrastructures due to their ability to provide digital services, resources, and tools for scientific research. The international ecosystem of e-infrastructures is extensive and different in that they have evolved along different geographic, disciplinary, and application dimensions. These often disparate e-infrastructures aim to provide open, flexible, and competitive national and international services to advance scientific collaborations. In addition to enabling collaborations across disciplines and national boundaries, these ICT-based, data-driven, and computer-intensive infrastructures are also being established to promote scientific reproducibility, improve research efficiency, creativity, and rigor. According to the European E-Infrastructure Reflection Group, EIG, the pan-European infrastructure landscape includes networking infrastructure, data infrastructure, supercomputing facilities, and cloud infrastructure. These infrastructures empower researchers to explore scientific questions in different ways and involve a lot of complex interrelationships between researchers, the technology, and organizations, networks, and a variety of human and animal datasets. The technical and social dynamics of these interrelationships present a number of ethical, legal, social risks because persons and data are involved. Some of these concerns can generally be associated with all infrastructures or indeed all research infrastructures, but some are peculiar to certain infrastructures. Looking at this diagram, you can see that there are common e-infrastructure concerns, which include dual use, security, data protection, and privacy, opportunity cost, digital divide, and other issues. For data e-infrastructures, concerns are mainly related to data sharing, security, access, and interoperability. While these e-infrastructures attempt to foster scientific discoveries through sharing of the data, there is also the need to ensure the data subjects privacy and confidentiality. These are fundamental ethical and legal requirements for research collaboration in any research involving human data. A virtual platform hosting terabytes of human data surely amplifies concerns related to privacy and data protection. Identifiable research data-related issues include informed consent issues, incidental findings, and possibilities of positive re-identification. Fundamentally, these raise questions of autonomy and the practical questions of accountability and whose responsibility it is to address these issues. They also raise the technical question of how to protect the rights and privacy and confidentiality of the research subjects in the face of changing landscape of technology, making it difficult to achieve effective anonymization of human data sets. There are also critical issues of data controllership: who owns or controls the data. A clear identification of the data controller has important influence on the sharing of data as well as the apportioning of liabilities in cases of data breach. The infrastructures involve data processing at different levels and by multiple institutions, which are sometimes located in different countries with different data protection provisions. Determining the data controller and data processor roles at the different various levels of the research grid becomes complicated. The collaborative nature of these e-infrastructure ecosystems also complicates the issues of copyright and intellectual property. For instance, the collaborative work in or for e-infrastructure can lead to the development of bespoke software with the possibility that no license or intellectual property agreement was made prior to the development, as was observed by the 2013 ERAG Task Force report on legal issues. There are also complex ethical issues that are associated with supercomputing infrastructures. Addressing them as ethics in HPC, Lawson et al. Identified three different major ethical issues surrounding the use of applications of the HPP. These include misuse, inequality, and environmental concerns. These issues are not trivial and contribute to the wider discourse on what is referred to in this paper as e-infrastructure ethics, which means a set of moral principles and standards that should govern the use of e-infrastructures. How can these then be addressed? We are proposing one of the approaches that can be utilized to address these ethical issues is to develop a, um, a responsible ethical innovation through a practical application of ethical thinking to the design of its products and services. This approach combines technical, ethical, and social mechanisms to provide solutions based on reflective actions. It is a proactive and preventive measure motivated not only by the imperative to consider research ethics questions, but also by the need to responsibly govern the application of generated complex big data and the necessity to embed relevant ethical principles into the design. The broad nature of the above infrastructural concerns is the reason to believe that the framework that embeds privacy and data protection into design is not sufficient to mitigate other social, legal, and ethical issues related to e-infrastructure. A responsible e-infrastructure requires a robust approach mechanism or mechanism that addresses fundamental concerns beyond privacy and the data protection issues. There is a need to integrate relevant ethical principles in the development and application of e-infrastructures. Drawing from the literature on technology ethics and design thinking, we are arguing that the concept of ethics by design as a form of value-sensitive design provides a robust framework for ethical and legal consideration of risk in the development and application of e-infrastructures. It is evident that the design of e-infrastructure is fraught with the need to make ethically responsible choices that can shape the application of its tools, resources, and services. The effective implementation of ethical principles such as autonomy, proactivity, beneficence, non-malfeasance will require collaborations between e-infrastructure developers, resources, and service providers and the users. It will involve a mix of technical, social, and legal mechanisms that provide solutions to both identifiable and unanticipated problems. It requires ethics by design. Through RRI, e-infrastructures create imbalances between those who have access and those who do not, those who have interests, those interests are addressed, and those who lack representation. A responsible infrastructure innovation should therefore consider the interests of many sections of the society, creating systems that will provide solutions with inclusive values. And RRI gives this. RRI can equip e-infrastructure developers with the knowledge of relevant values and principles through reflective and inclusive activities and practical ways of putting action into practice. It can also provide a way of ensuring that ethics is an essential component of the core functionality of e-infrastructure or is integral to the systems without diminishing its scientific purposes. In conclusion, we have to note that the effectiveness of this approach in the design of infrastructure is yet to be tested. But as members of the Ethics and Society sub-project of the European BRIM project, we have an opportunity to test the implication of applying RRI as ethics by design tool in the development and application of an infrastructure. Thank you.